actually invite on stage was our global product manager, Andrew, to come up and actually talk a little bit more about the camera and also take you through some astounding pictures on the same. Thanks. Over to Andrew.
Good afternoon, I'm Andrew, and I love shooting photos. This is the world's first ZENFONE MAX Pro that was brought on a street photography shoot. And I am the world's first person to take photographs on that street photography shoot. And I feel very lucky, and I would love to share with you the results I got. Over the last 2 weeks, I've spent time shooting in the streets of Mumbai as well as Old Delhi. And I like to say that this ZENFONE MAX Pro has the best camera in its class. I won't just say this, I will prove it now by showing you photos of Old Mumbai and Delhi, Old Delhi, that I shot with it. And these are scenes and places that are familiar to you. So you can compare the photos with your memories in your mind. But bear in mind, these photos are not edited. What you see on the display will inspire you to re-explore these areas on your own. First, let's start with color reproduction. I travel a lot, but Old Delhi has some of the world's most colorful, and it is not just at that scene. The ZENFONE MAX Pro is able to accurately and vibrantly nice and natural to you. But did you know that for the grocery shop on my right, it was actually bathed in very cold fluorescent light. And for the vegetable shop, very richly and vibrantly and naturally. Next, I'd like to show you the dynamic range, a little strong at times and causes shadows or harsh highlights. Take for example, this is Humayun's tomb. As you know, the entrance lights the red sandstone of the entrance with a dramatic glow. But you also know the left and right have very large trees that cast extremely harsh shadows. But even with Old Delhi also has a lot of intricate architecture and interesting people. As you can see in this example of the Jama Mosque. But guess what? This is only with superb detail, as you can see. People who love me, people who know me, know I love motorcycles. And this is a brand I discovered here, Royal Enfield. It's zoomed in. The ZENFONE MAX Pro's high resolution is able to capture the beautiful badges, chrome parts, and the engine detail. As you can see, it is a twin-spark 350cc motorcycle. To experiment with creative photography, like this shot of the Mumbai rickshaw, 1/15 seconds, which is perfect for capturing moving vehicles like this. Finally, I would like to feature the bokeh mode that we were going to talk about earlier. Want the viewer to see, like this row of dresses. Photographers have the option to creatively use this bokeh mode. The ZENFONE MAX Pro is able to... Finally, the bokeh mode can... A few things I would like you to notice. Number one, this shot was almost complete. Before I go, I'd like to share with you this link where you can see it to them. You can study the EXIF information of the photos. And okay, I hope I have proven to you why we say the ZENFONE MAX Pro.
and the kind of functionality which the low light capabilities of the phone actually enables. The heart of the product is always the processor. We've got excellent relationship, has been enabling ZenFone smartphones with some of the most latest in processor technology. And I'm very glad to confirm that ZenFone Max Pro comes with the
the whole range of a product like this, it's quite astounding actually, and you should probably pause and think about that a little bit. But let me I'm always grateful for what you do. You see, we have and that common denominator is basically the drive, is what we are after and what we are doing, and what we're going to talk about here in the 2 or 3 minutes that I'm going to talk to you a little bit about performance. Now let me step back for one relationship with this product in India. India can be defined and described in so many ways. India, with its population and its economy and all that goes with it, have embraced smartphone and smartphones. And what have they discovered is what you pay, value is what you get. And so the pursuit of what you get, of things that we do with it, the time between when we wake up and we first look at a journey of value it is and remains extremely strong, driving the single item. It's a combination of all of this. But what I'm going to talk to you about is the perfection here going to happen here. And I like the idea that using a car, everybody into perspective. We have a Snapdragon 200, 400, 600, 800 family, or maybe I should reverse that. That's exactly what has happened here. Our 14 nanometer technology is now sitting in this 636. 14 nanometer, by being that small, means it's extremely power efficient. We introduced Cryo 260. I'll talk about that in a minute, as well as an octa-core or 8-core CPU. But the Cryo is coming down from our 800 series into our 600 series, and the 636 utilizing of that, and then the Adreno GPU, the graphics processor. A lot of what you're seeing happen here is driven through that graphic processor. And so by upgrading from the 506 to the 509 and everything that goes with that on the graphic processor, featuring all of that together. Now, let me just say a few words about the Cryo 260. Okay, think about this in terms of that red car that was here not that long ago. Inside an octa-core, inside these 8 cores, what you typically hear talked about is whether it's a V4, a V6, a V8, 200 horsepower, 300 horsepower, 350 horsepower. So you often hear stats around performance. You never really hear about the gearing or the transmission ratios or what's going on to make that performance optimized. What we have done with this cluster optimization is focus on actually the efficiency side of the Cryo 260, put energy into efficiency to make the performance more powerful by driving commands in a unique and innovative way, by leveling out what we've done, leveling out with the 1.8 gig and the 1.6 gig up here. And the net is that you have an extremely powerful enabler that has allowed the ZenFone Max Pro to institute as a leading device in this industry. And my hat's off to the ASUS team, because we can produce technology, but it's very rare to find a partner that actually embraces and pushes up the enablement of that technology. And so I think in this particular case with the Max Zen Pro, truly, Mr. Jerry Sen, you have a winner on your hands, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Larry. And now to talk more about the processor, I think it's important to pit it against others. So let us see how the processor actually performs in ZENFONE MAX Pro. So here we've actually done a comparison again with the leading smartphones in the segment. Note 5 Pro, Redmi Note 5 Pro, which has the same 636, and Redmi Note 5, which has the 625. What you would see amazing is that even though Redmi Note 5 Pro has the same 636, but ZENFONE MAX Pro is marginally faster by 3%. But compared to the Redmi Note 5, the ZENFONE MAX Pro is 54% faster. So what you get is amazing processing performance in the ZENFONE MAX Pro. I am very, very happy to announce that today for the first time we are launching a ZENFONE with pure stock Android experience. And this is based on the consumer feedback from India. We've actually built an intention to ensure that if Google keeps its schedules of upgrades, we would actually upgrade the ZENFONE MAX Pro up to the 2-level further OSs, which means Android P and hopefully Android Q is what Google should call the next OS. So we would be having a very strong intention to upgrade the ZENFONE MAX Pro up to Android Q. So that's something that we would like to confirm to everybody out here, so that our consumers are assured that they will have the latest operating systems when they are launched on the ZENFONE MAX Pro. Speed of application launches, the speed of boot up time. And you'll be amazed to see these numbers, that compared to the Redmi Note 5 Pro and the Redmi Note 5, the boot up time is 7 to 8 seconds faster on the ZENFONE MAX Pro. So that's the kind of snappy performance that we pack into the ZENFONE MAX Pro. Let's come to the next important aspect about the product, which is the audio. Audio is super critical in high performance segment, especially because the way we are consuming content is also differing. We watch our videos live streamed on our phones today. We listen to audio streamed to our phone today. Data is universally and widely available in India. To confirm that we've actually bought in our flagship audio components into the ZENFONE MAX Pro. So ZENFONE MAX Pro will come with the 5-magnet speaker and an NXP smart amplifier. What are the benefits? Typical smartphones use a 3-magnet speaker, but the 5-magnet speaker gives you louder sound, much better bass, and much lower distortion. So the sound quality on a 5-magnet speaker is really, really good. To compare ensures high quality amplification, and it also regulates the current very well, which ensures that your speaker's quality actually is not impacted by overcurrent or over voltage, and it lasts throughout the lifetime of your phone, so that you get an amazing music experience always. Friends, that's not it. We've also got another innovation coming up with this product, which is simple but beautiful and amazing. To ensure that we can easily share our music with our friends or enjoy high volume music anytime that we want, our CEO has led an engineering effort, which is a marvel of its kind, tailored around human engineering. So we've got a passive amplifier called MaxBox with this phone, which will actually amplify the audio volume from the speaker by 2 times. Can I actually show the MaxBox out here? And the phone vertically beautifully, and it actually amplifies the sound 2 times. To experience the MaxBox, I would invite all of you who are present here to actually go to the Max Audio Zone and experience the power of this MaxBox. And I'm super happy to confirm that we will be giving this accessory free of cost inside the box for ZENFONE MAX Pro, so that all our consumers can really enjoy and also share their music. Also is expandable storage along with that. So with the ZENFONE MAX Pro, we are actually giving you a tray which has 3 slots, so that you can accommodate 2 SIMs and also expand your storage for more photos, more music, and more videos. And the best part is that the storage is also expandable up to 2 terabytes that ZENFONE MAX Pro would provide to you, because it's been ground up, built for India. to security, the product will support both fingerprint 32 GB memory, and 4 GB RAM and 64 GB storage. Apart from this, it will be available in two exciting colors, midnight black and grey. You've got Qualcomm supporting us with the processor. And for amazing benefits to use this phone, we've got another consumer-centric big brand from India, Vodafone, coming in and providing a never-before offer for Vodafone consumers who buy the ZENFONE Max Pro. Also, the offer value from Vodafone would add up to rupees 3,200 when you buy the ZENFONE Max Pro and use it on the Vodafone network. For prepaid customers, those who are on 199 plan and above will get 10 GB per month additional data free of cost for 1 full year. Plan and above, we will also get 10 GB additional data mobile security plan free of cost if you remain on the Red 499 plan and use the ZENFONE Max Pro. So these are, my friends, unprecedented honor and one of the legends and great persons in the mobile industry, Ajay Bir Yadav, Vice President.
Hello. Thank you. Legend, that's a word. I think. Thank you, Dinesh. Those are really kind words. Great. I think many of you were there at the conference 2020, and taking a cue from at least the expectations out of the park. Larry talked about the word engine. We talk to millions and millions of. That honestly is a relationship that we treasure. When Flipkart has been instrumental launch, at least that I'm aware of in the last 1.5 years, which has talked about, that's the end of it. That's the role that more path-breaking work that we'll be doing. I'm here to announce one more path. We challenge the status quo. What has never been done before, what has never been thought of before. This is Flipkart. We're just about 10 years old. Approximately 25%. That's one in every smartphone. That's just a list of what we've done. Cash on delivery. Today in every single e-commerce player across the world was going out. We're not a logistic company. We actually went to logistic players and we said, you know what, experience cannot be compromised. Many of those conversations for a young e-commerce logistic company, not small product logistic company on demand. We cover it within 1 day or 2 days. If you have a problem with your phone, we pull back the phone within 1 day or 2 days. We are 1/4 of the smartphone market. Extremely proud of it. Thank you for to our customers for supporting us, supporting our innovations. Last time when I met you, I also said, okay, 25%, great story. The digital divide in India, and we said Flipkart wants to be 40% of the total smartphone market, adding, loosely translated, this would mean adding 100 million customers. About it, you can say 14%, but that's the vision that we took on. Now, last time when we said, of course, creating phones which are extremely relevant, creating phones that come with features which, why don't you buy a smartphone? We are actually enabling EMI even if you don't have a credit card. In points that is a very strong use case. I charge it once and it never goes off, at least for a month. The second one was, what if something happens? It is an expensive purchase. So while ASUS and Larry, Qualcomm work on providing power, bigger battery, thinner, let's say, hand feel, more efficiency, we said, if you were to buy a smartphone, what's the problem that you face? But whenever you buy a smartphone, if you have a problem, the brand will take care of it. You can go to a service center. And that's when you must have used the wrong charger. The wire must be a third-party wire. Oh, when you bought the phone, did you not see that in paragraph 16th, addendum 18th, point number 44 written in point size 5, did you not read the phone? Don't you know that the coverage is limited? How do you prove that this is a manufacturing defect versus your phone has a small dent onto the side and this defect must have happened because of this and hence you're liable to pay? Just the cynicism. Good. The first problem is battery. That's for ASUS, Qualcomm, Jerry, Larry, nice rhyming names to solve for. What is there to solve for us is the second part, which is what if anything was to happen to my phone? Warranty means no half cover. It's like either you love or you don't love. There is no half love. Even what we're talking about from our point of view is the single big we'll see that we'll work with after he has or she has purchased of limited warranty, but my warranty. Okay, every time included, everything will be the first phone to launch with this. Let me give you a little more details on this one. But that's complete mobile protection, no fine prints, no terms and conditions, no I told you so. The phone is in your pocket, the phone can drop. Okay. Broken screen, covered. They were generally talking, why is the phone not working? And this daughter very innocently said, you know what, Mama's phone was becoming dirty, so I went to the wash basin and I washed it. Okay, so covered. So while I can go through the entire thing, one by one, let me just say, you have a problem with your phone, you only call one number. You don't come out of your house, I come to your place, right? Apart from getting your phone stolen, everything else that you can think of is covered in the convenience of your home. That's the complete gear protection plan from Flipkart that we're talking about. But just run through it. Hardware or software issues, we don't differentiate. Okay, it's all covered. Broken screen, covered. Liquid damage, covered. At your home, just call up one number. We'll come and pick it up. One helpline, no more 10 numbers to, nobody's going to tell you, oh, you are in Bombay, then you call this number. Guaranteed resolution within 10 days. If I'm not able to resolve the complaint within 10 days, I give you a replacement phone. No questions asked. I don't tell you, you know what, we're not this time. Store visit, yes, we will have some store partners. You want to visit those stores by, just to put this in context, what's the peace of mind worth? 375 days in a year, right? So just for simplicity's sake, let's make it 333. Okay, if I have a problem, I'll cover it. But, just to make this a little more special, for our customers, for and most critically for ASUS. How much do we guys pay for a cup of coffee? Okay, I'm actually asking you to pay just for a cutting chai, okay? Forget a cappuccino. Just 49 rupees. And okay. Once again, thank you. Thanks for the response. This is very, very heartwarming. Looking at you, I thought all of you are really rich and you won't mind spending money. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to invite Dinesh again on the stage. Once again, thank you.
Another legendary address today to this particular crowd which is here and also everybody who's watching it live stream. It was really legendary, I would say it again. So friends, that's not all. Zen fans, therefore, on the launch day, when the sale starts, there is a very, very, very special offer that we are actually putting up on the ZENFONE MAX Pro. Ajay has already taken you through the complete mobile protection plan. Apart from that, on the launch day, you would have no cost EMI on credit cards and Bajaj FinServ cards available to the customers up to 12 months. So you can actually buy the phone at an equated monthly installments which you have to pay over 12 months at no interest. 1,000 rupees extra exchange offer. So whatever is the regular exchange value of your trade-in phone, you would get 1,000 rupees extra on the launch day. So these are some amazing offers that we are actually bringing it to you worth thousands. But before we go to the price, let's do one thing. Let's quickly recap what the product is all about. the most exciting part of today's event has come up, which is to announce the price of ZENFONE MAX Pro for India. So the first version of ZENFONE MAX Pro comes with the 3 GB RAM and 32 GB storage with expandable memory. And friends, I'm very happy to announce the price of ZENFONE MAX Pro will start at ₹10,999. I'm sure a lot of my friends out here were always anticipating about this, and I always promise them that we'll beat your expectation. So we are giving you a very amazing, incredible price for the ZENFONE MAX Pro. But that's not all. We also have a very special announcement to make, a surprise for all of you. We will be launching soon a 6 GB, 64 GB variant of ZENFONE MAX Pro. Plus, we will also upgrade the cameras. The rear main camera will be upgraded to 16 megapixels, and the front camera would be upgraded to 16 megapixels. Will be rupees 14,999. So friends, now you know why the ZENFONE MAX Pro is truly the unbeatable performer with unbeatable specs and a really incredible price, which gives you unbeatable value when you actually buy 2018 exclusively on Flipkart.com. Thank you very much for your time and attending this event. I'm sure you're all delighted and would go and buy and give a great response to ZENFONE MAX Pro and hopefully make it the #1 selling smartphone in India. Thank you.
ASUS. Mr. Jerry Zhao, COO, ASUS. Mr. Leon Yu, Regional Head India and South Asia. Mr. Larry Paulson, VP and President, Qualcomm. And Mr. Ajay V. Thank you everyone for joining.